Right, good morning, everybody, or afternoon, evening, whatever time of the day it is for you. We'll go ahead and get started on a kneeling position. So if you have any props at home that you like to use, blocks, pillows, bolsters, blankets, anything that you can have support your hips, then just coming onto kneeling position, tops of your feet are flat. We'll go ahead and get started. My name is Emily, and I will be guiding you through your practice today, and our student model is Jen. And let's go ahead. So finding that comfortable kneeling position. Start to bring your knees closer towards one another, either sitting on your heels or on a prop, and then stacking your shoulders over your hips and tops, bringing your palms flat on tops of your thighs, and gently start to close your eyes here, coming into your space. Starting to become aware of your breath. Noticing your inhales and your exhales without altering them in any way. Just bring an awareness to your body. Start to let your thoughts drift away, releasing any other thoughts besides what is bringing you to your mat today. Start to bring your awareness to the space you are in. Noticing the air surrounding you as it gently touches your skin. Let's get started taking 2 unified breaths together. Starting with an exhale, open your lips, releasing all air from your lungs. And then sealing your lips and taking a nice deep inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale, release it all out. One more time, sealing your lips, nice deep full inhale through your nose, fill up your chest. Open mouth, exhale, release it all out. Feeling your body settle more onto your mat, releasing any tension. Starting to bring some movement back into your body. Still keeping your eyes softly closed. Start rubbing your hands up and down your thighs, creating a bit of heat. And then finding stillness, bringing your hands to either side of your hips, fingertips reaching down towards the ground. And with your next inhale, arms go out, around, and above your head, reaching up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, finding your cactus arms, 90-degree bend in your elbows, fingertips stretching out. Maybe finding a gentle lift of the chest, little back bend in your upper spine. Maybe gazing up towards the ceiling. Inhale, arms come back up over your head. And as you exhale, twisting towards the right side of the room, right fingertips come behind your hips, left reaching towards the outer edge of your right thigh, and gazing towards the right side of the room. Staying here, maybe taking your gaze over your back shoulder. Stay for a full inhale, followed by an exhale, and then inhale, coming back to the center of your mats. Arms come out, around, and above your head. Exhale, twisting towards the left side of the room. Left fingertips reach behind you, right fingertips hooking around the outer edge of your left thigh. Keeping your gaze directly to the left, or maybe gazing over your back shoulder. Staying for a full inhale, followed by the exhale. And then inhaling back to center, arms come out, around, and above your head. And then exhale as you bring your arms out east and west like airplane arms. Start to flip your left palm down so your thumb is pointing towards the ground, and then bringing your palm to the bottom of your back, or maybe reaching between your shoulder blades if your shoulders are open like that. Right arm goes up towards the ceiling with an inhale. Exhale, bending your right elbow, reaching fingertips down towards your left. If your fingertips can reach, connecting your hands here. If not, do not worry about it. Just reaching your fingertips in the same direction as one another. Finding cow face in your arms. Opening up your shoulders here. Pulling your front ribs into your back so you're not arching your lower spine to find this connection. Nice long straight spine here. Inhale as you release your arms back east and west. And then start to flip your right palm so your thumb is pointing down towards the ground. Bringing that hand in between the middle of your back, between your shoulder blades. Left arm comes up towards the ceiling. And then with an exhale, bending your elbow, reaching down. Once again, either trying to find that connection here or just reaching towards each other, opening up your shoulders and your chest. Straight, strong spine. Core is engaged to support your lower back. Inhale, releasing your arms east and west, and then finding eagle arms. So left arm wraps underneath your right, and either giving yourself a big hug if your shoulders are not too opened, or pressing your forearms into one another, or taking the complete bind, wrapping around your wrists as well. Wherever you are, elbows go up in line with your shoulders, and then pressing your forearms away from your face. Start to send your breath into your traps in the middle of your back. Maybe looking through the crack of your forearms or closing your eyes here. Envision sending your breath where you feel this tension. And with each exhale, start to feel the tension release. Inhale, arms open up east and west. And then wrapping your right arm underneath your left, matching whichever variation you took. Focusing on the back side of your body here. Elbows go up, forearms away from your face. Maybe closing your eyes, coming into the center of your body. Feeling the connection between your body and your breath. And then inhale, arms out, back east and west. And then exhale, start to shift your weight forward, coming off of any props that you may be sitting on, meeting in a tabletop position. So start to stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Nice strong spine here. And then slowly start to press back into child's pose. Hips reach back towards your heels, arms reaching out straight in front of you. If you have an intention you'd like to use for your practice today, I invite you to use this time now. What has brought you to your mat today? Let's seal in our intentions for practice today, taking another unified breath together. So starting with an exhale, releasing all air from your lungs. Sealing your lips, take a nice deep inhale as you fill up through your nose. Exhale, releasing your intentions down onto your mat. With your next inhale, coming back up to tabletop position. Shoulders stacked over your wrists, hips stacked over your knees. Inhale, pull your belly down towards the ground, lifting your chest and your forehead up towards the ceiling. With an inhale, exhale, curving your spine, hugging your belly button in towards your back, maybe sinking your hips slightly back towards your heels. Flowing through cat-cow here. Inhale, belly drops, chest opens up, cow pose. Exhale, press the ground away through your palms, finding your cat pose. Start to take any organic movements in your cat-cow today. Whatever your body is calling for, maybe finding some circles through your spine. And finding stillness in your tabletop position. Start to press the majority of your weight into your left palm as you extend your right fingertips towards the front of the room, followed by reaching your left foot straight back, coming into spinal balance. Inhale as you reach further through your fingertips, pressing energy out through your heel, and then exhale, crunching your knee and elbow in towards the center. Inhale, extend your fingers and heels out. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, reaching back out. Exhale, hugging it in one more time. Inhale, reach out and start to bend your left knee so your heel is pressing up towards the ground. Using your right hand to reach back, finding a twist, hooking around the outer edge of your foot. Finding a gentle back bend here as you open up. And then exhale, slowly releasing back to your spinal balance, fingertips reaching forward. Start to plant your right palm down into the ground. Left foot stays straight, but toes become connected to your mat, setting up for gate pose. Start to rotate your shin towards the right side of the room, opening up your body towards the left. Fingertips reaching up towards the ceiling. And then start to hover your left foot off of your mat, kind of coming into a tabletop half moon position. Once again, bending into your left knee, using your left hand to reach back, gripping onto the outer edge of your foot, and then pressing your foot into the palm of your hand as you open up. Feeling the stretch in the front parts of your left thigh, finding a gentle back bend here, lifting through your chest. Slowly release it back into the tabletop half moon, and then lowering your left foot, followed by your left palm coming back to center. Right foot steps back to meet your left, and then inhale as you shift your weight forward and slowly lowering all the way down onto your mat. Tops of your feet are flat. Palms come to the lower parts of your rib cage, and with an inhale, start to heel your chest, neck, and forehead away from the ground, coming into baby cobra at first. So pressing your pelvis down into the ground, little to no weight in your hands, elbows pointing straight back. Maybe start to hover your palms away from the ground. Inhale, see if you can lift up 1 inch higher. Exhale, lowering all the way back down. Right arm extends out towards the side. Left arm stays bent in towards your body. And with an inhale, start to roll over to the right side of your body, opening up your right shoulder. Left foot becomes behind your right thigh. Sending your breath to your shoulder. Take a nice deep inhale, and as you exhale, rolling back onto your bellies. Both palms meet the lower part of your ribs, elbows pressing back. Inhale to plank pose as you press the ground away. And then exhale as you bring your knees down to your mat, meeting in tabletop position. This time, pressing the majority of your weight down into your right palm. Start to inhale your left hand up, straight out in front of you, followed by your right foot. Start to hover it away from your mat. Lengthen out through your fingertips, flexing through your back foot, toes pointing down towards your mat. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, crunching in towards your body, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen, nice, straight, strong spine. Exhale, crunch to the center of your chest. Inhale, lengthen one more time. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, nice and strong. Right palm, start to bend into your right leg. Using your left arm goes out around, reaching back, grasping onto the outer edge of your foot, and then pressing your foot into the palm of your hand. Arching your back slowly. and gently, slowly releasing back to your spinal balance. Left palm comes down to your mat, followed by your right toes. Start to maneuver your left shin out towards the side, opening up to gate pose. Left palm is still on your mat. Right fingertips reaching up towards the ceiling. Start to hover your right foot away from your mat, coming into the tabletop half moon. And then slowly bending into your knee, using your hand to reach back, finding a gentle back bend here. Lifting up through your chest, rolling your shoulder blades back on your back. Slowly release back to your tabletop half moon. And then start to lower your left foot or your right foot, followed by your right hand. Left foot steps back to meet your right. Inhale as you shift your weight forward. Exhale, lowering all the way down onto your mat. Palms meet the lower part of your rib cage. Tops of your feet are flat. Inhale as you peel your chest, neck, and forehead away from the ground. Finding a deeper back bend here in your cobra pose. Strong arms, palms pressing down into the ground. Exhale, slowly lower all the way back down. Right hand stays where it is. Start to extend your left arm out towards the side. And with an inhale, rolling over to the left side of your mat. Opening up your left shoulder. Right foot comes behind your left thigh. Maybe noticing the difference between your shoulders now. And with your next inhale, coming back to your belly. Palms plant next to your ribs, toes tuck underneath. Quads engaged as you lift your kneecaps. Inhale, press the ground away. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips go up and back. Majority of your weight is pressing down through your thumbs and your pointer fingers. Encouraging your heels towards your mat. It's okay if they do not touch, however. Start to bend into your right knee, straightening your left. Switching it out as you bend into your left, straightening your right. Pedaling out your down dog. And then finding stillness to come up high onto your tippy toes, bending your knees, sinking your hips down towards your heels, gaze halfway up your mat, and step, jump, or hop, traveling to the top of your mat, meeting in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Start to encourage your heels away from each other, internally rotating your thighs towards the back wall, pulling your chest closer towards your legs, hips lifting up higher towards the ceiling. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, planting your palms down, stepping or jumping back, meeting in downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot up towards the ceiling. Exhale, crunching knee to nose, center of your chest, and then stepping your foot between your hands, coming into runner's lunge. Start to lower your left knee down onto your mat, setting up for low lunge. Top of your foot is flat. And with an inhale, start to walk your palms up your right thigh. Shoulders are stacked over your hips. Arms go out, around, and above your head, reaching up towards the ceiling. Start to feel the sensation in your left hip flexor. Staying here, or start to shift your weight just slightly forward. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, hands come to the inside of your right foot, setting up for lizard lunge. Start to heel toe your right foot towards the outer edge of your mat. And then allow your hips to come down and forward, feeling a bit of a more stretch in your left thigh. Staying here, maybe taking your right palm, pressing the inside of your right knee away from your body. You could stay here, or if you'd like to take the quad stretch, start to bend into your back knee using your right hand to reach back. Opening up through your chest here. If you took the extra stretch, start to release your back leg down slowly. Bringing your right foot back to the center of your mat. Right hand comes to the outside of your foot. And then press your hips back, coming into half splits. Hips are stacked over your left knee. Right foot is extended straight out in front of you. Toes flexing towards your face. Propping up onto your fingertips, finding a flat back with an inhale. And then exhale, see if you could pull your chest closer towards your thigh. Feeling the stretch on the back side of your right leg. Propping back up onto your fingertips. Inhale, coming back into runner's lunge. And then with your exhale, swiveling towards the back side of your mat, coming into a transverse lunge. Left knee and toes are pointing 45-degree angle towards the back side of the room. Either balancing on your toes or pressing your left heel down towards the ground, opening up your hips. Right toes are flexed, pointing towards the ceiling. Hands either stay reaching down towards the ground or maybe bringing them to prayer heart center. Also feeling the stretch on the inside of your right thigh. Sticking with your breath here. And then inhale, crawling your way back towards the top of your mat, meeting in runner's lunge. And then planting your palms down onto the ground. Inhale as you lift your right foot off of the ground, coming into three-legged down dog. Bending into your knees, stacking your hips. Puffing up through your left shoulder to keep your shoulders square to the top of your mat. Inhale as you straighten your right leg. Exhale, lowering it down to meet your left. Inhale, left leg goes up towards the ceiling. Exhale, knee to nose, center of your chest, and stepping your left foot forward, lowering your right knee down to the ground, coming into low lunge. Tops of your toes or your foot is flat. Inhale as you walk your hands up your left thigh, and then bring your arms out around and above your head. Shoulders are stacked over your hips, finding a 90-degree bend into your left knee. Staying here, maybe sinking your hips a little forward, finding a deeper stretch in your right hip flexor, front of your right thigh. Take a nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale, hands come down inside of your left foot, setting up for lizard lunge. Start to heel toe your left foot towards the outer edge of your mat. Hips come down and forward. Start to take your left palm to the inside of your left thigh and encouraging your hip open. Maybe coming onto the outer edge of your left foot, toes flexing to protect your knee. Staying here, start to find a bend into your right knee, using your left hand to reach back, opening up through your chest. Breathing into your right quad. Took the extra stretch, slowly start to release your leg back down, coming into lizard lunge. And then heel toeing your left foot back to the center of your mat, pressing your hips back, half splits. Stacking your hips over your right knee. Left toes are pointing towards your face, flexing out through your heel. Inhale as you prop up on your fingertips, finding a nice long spine, and then exhale, seeing if you could bring your chest closer towards your thigh. Nice proud chest here, heart is open. Inhale, shifting your weight forward, meeting in runner's lunge. And then transverse lunge at the back of your mat. Right toes and knee are pointing in the same direction, about 45-degree angle, opening up your hip, flexing through your left foot. Hands either stay down on your mat or maybe bringing under prayer heart center, finding your balance. Feeling the stretch on both the inside of your right thigh and your left. Again, inhale. And as you exhale, start to crawl your way back to the top of your mat, meeting in runner's lunge. Start to hover your left foot off of your mat, pressing your palms into the ground, and then inhale, three-legged dog, left foot reaching up towards the ceiling. Bending into your left knee, stacking your hips, opening up your left hip here, puffing through your right shoulder to keep your shoulders square to the top of your mat. Start to straighten your left leg, and then exhale, lower your left foot down to meet your right. Start to pedal out your dog here, taking any organic movements. Coming high up onto your tippy toes. Bend your knees, sink your hips closer towards your heels, gazing halfway up your mat. Step, jump, or travel, meeting at the top in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms come out, around, and above your head. Exhale, hands come to prayer heart center. Gently closing your eyes here, coming back to your breath. Hands come down to your sides, palms facing forward. Inhale, arms go out, around, and above your head. And then exhale, swan dive, leading with your heart, meeting in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, planting your palms, stepping or jumping back, meeting in downward facing dog. Hips go up and back. Inhale as your right foot reaches up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Exhale, stepping your right foot between your hands, and then swiveling your left heel down, setting up for warrior two in the legs. Right arm reaches forward, left arm starts to reach forward as well, and then cartwheeling your arms open to warrior two. Gazing down at your front foot, making sure you can see the first two toes on your right foot. If not, start to press your knee towards the right side of the room, opening up your hip. Shooting energy down your back leg, out through your heel. Arms parallel to the ground, taking your gaze over your front middle finger. Flipping your right palm, inhale, reversing into reverse triangle, straightening your front leg. Finding a side stretch on the right side of your body. And then exhale back to warrior two. Start to reach your fingertips forward, bringing your chest a little past your hips. And then coming to bent knee triangle, fingertips come to the inside of your right foot. Left hand reaches up towards the ceiling. Pulling back with your left shoulder to open up your chest. Fingertips reaching towards the ceiling. And then left arm starts to reach above your head towards the front of the room, using the momentum from your left arm as it comes down and back, meeting in a wide-legged forward fold facing the right side of the room. So all toes are pointing towards the left side of the room. Toes slightly in, heels out. Inhale, coming to a flat back on your fingertips, and then exhale, forward fold, bringing your chest down, relaxing your neck. Breathing in into the back of your thighs here. Inhale, start to prop back up onto your fingertips. Exhale, runner's lunge front of your mat. Left palm starts to plant down onto your mat. Take an inhale, finding a straight spine. And then exhale, twisting open towards the right side of the room. Right fingertips reach up towards the ceiling. Exhale, left or right hand comes back down, runner's lunge. Palms pressing down to the ground. Step your right foot back to meet your left. And then pressing your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Switching it out. Inhale, left foot up towards the ceiling. Exhale, left foot comes between your hands. Right heel spins down, setting up for warrior two. Start to prop up onto your fingertips. And then inhale as you cartwheel your arms open. Facing the right side of the room now. Left foot is forward. Finding a 90-degree bend in your front knee. Strong arms, relaxing your shoulders slightly down. Taking your gaze over your front middle finger. See if you can lunge an inch deeper into your warrior two. Start to flip your front palm, and with an inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg, finding a side bend in the left side of your body. Right hand comes to your right thigh or maybe your lower back. With an inhale, and then exhale back to warrior two. Start to bring your left fingertips slightly more forward, setting up for bent knee triangle. Left hand comes to the inside of your left foot. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling, finding a deeper bend in your front knee if you can. Maybe gazing up towards your thumb or just to the wall directly in front of you. Right arm reaches straight out in front of you towards the front wall. Using the momentum, bringing your right arm down, swiveling towards the right side of the room. All 10 toes are pointing forward, heels slightly out, wide-legged forward fold. Staying propped up on your fingertips. And then exhale, releasing your chest down. Strong legs here, kneecaps are lifted, quads are engaged to release your hamstrings. Relaxing your neck here. Taking any organic movements in your wide-legged forward fold. Inhale as you prop back up onto your fingertips, flat back. And then exhaling, runner's lunge, front of your mat. Start to press down through your right palm. And then inhaling your left hand up towards the ceiling, finding a twist. High up on your back toe, stacking your heel over the bum of your foot. Either gazing up towards your thumb or towards the wall in front of you. Take a nice inhale and then exhale, lowering your left hand down to meet your right. Inhale, left foot goes straight back to meet your right. And then pressing your hips up and back, downward facing dog. So you come high up onto your toes. Bend your knees, sink your hips closer down towards your mat. Gazing halfway up your mat, step, jump, or travel, meeting in a forward fold. Start to heel toe your feet slightly further apart. Finding a gentle bend into your knees, grabbing for opposite elbows. Ragdoll, releasing your neck, gazing back between your heels. And then releasing your hands down towards your mat. Start to heel toe your feet back together, bringing your big toes to touch, finding a slight space between your heels. Inhale as you halfway lift, palms come into your shins. Exhale, forward fold. Fingertips reaching down towards the mat. Start to bend your knees, sinking your hips, setting up for chair pose. And then with an inhale, bringing your arms, reaching towards the top corner of the room. Hips are down and back, making sure all 10 toes are visible in your feet. Sink an inch lower because I know you can. And then inhale, coming into leaning lunge, arms reach straight out behind you, triceps engaged, chest starts to hover over your thighs. Staying here, maybe coming onto your tippy toes as you squeeze your thighs in towards one another, drinking bird. Start to come back down onto your heels if you took drinking bird. Pressing majority of the way into the sole of your right foot, coming up onto your left toes. Start to pulse for 3, 2, 1. Launch up, single leg mountain pose. Left knee comes to shelf. Arms reach up over your head. And then exhale, coming into flying pigeon, stacking your left heel over your right knee. Hands come to prayer heart center. Sink your hips down and back, flexing through your left toes. Maybe bringing your forearms closer towards your shin if you can. Inhale back up to single-legged mountain pose. Hands come to prayer heart center. Start to extend your left leg out in front of you. And then donkey kicking, coming into warrior 3. Left leg reaches out back. Hands pressing into one another. Strong back body. Staying here for just a moment. Inhale as you slowly come back up to a single-legged mountain pose. Start to take your left hand as you reach for your ankle behind your body, setting up for dancer. Left palm reaches towards the inside of your left foot. Right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. And then taking an inhale, and as you exhale, start to press your left foot into your left palm as you start to reach your right fingertips up and forward. Finding your point of focus, your drishti. If you fall out of dancer's pose, come right back into it. And then slowly releasing out of it, bringing your left foot down to meet your right. Meeting in just regular mountain pose, palms facing forward, collecting your breath here. Great job on the first side. Inhale, arms come out around and above your head. Exhale as you forward fold, swan dive, leading with your heart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bringing your big toes to touch, finding a slight gap between your heels. Start to bend into your knees, sinking your hips down and back, and then inhaling back into chair pose. Sending your hips down and back a little more, making sure all your toes are visible. Thighs hugging in towards one another. Inhale, and then as you exhale, leaning chair, arms reach towards the back wall, triceps fully engaged. If you did so the first time, or if you didn't, maybe coming onto your tippy toes, coming into drinking bird. Feeling your calves engaged here. Balancing, maybe sinking it deeper down. Slowly start to release your heels back onto your mat. This time pressing the majority of your weight into your left foot. Hands come to prayer heart center. Start to pulse for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, single-legged mountain pose. Right knee to shelf. And then exhale, flying pigeon, stacking your right ankle over your left knee. Hips go down and back. Hands pressing center of your chest. Equal pressure into each palm. Flexing out through your right toes. Maybe see if you can bring your shins or your forearms closer towards your shin. Inhale, back to single-legged mountain pose. Keeping your hands at prayer heart center. Start to extend your right leg out in front of you. And then donkey kicking as you come into warrior 3. Right foot reaches back, pressing energy out through your heel. Back body fully engaged. Pinky toe rotated down towards the ground. Staying here for just a moment. And then inhale, coming back to single-legged mountain pose, setting up for dancer side B. You can bring your left hand towards your left hip. And then using your right hand to reach back, grabbing the inside of your right foot. Left hand reaches up towards the ceiling with an inhale, and then exhale, start to press your right foot into the palm of your right hand, opening up through your chest. Left hand reaches forward and up. Finding your spots of focus. Once again, if you fall out of dancer pose, try to get right back into it. And slowly releasing the grip of your right foot, coming back into single-legged mountain pose. Exhale, lower your right foot down to meet your left. Palms come out in front of you. Mountain pose. Collecting your breath, collecting your thoughts. And then inhale as your arms come out, around, and above your head. Exhale, forward fold. Swan dive, leading with your heart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Start to plant your palms down onto your mats and then stepping, jumping your feet back, meeting in plank pose. And then lowering all the way down onto your belly. Start to extend your arms straight out in front of you, setting up for locust pose. Tops of your feet are flat, palms also facing down towards the ground. Start to press your hips down towards your mat, and then with an inhale, lifting your arms, leg, chest, neck, everything off of the ground, squeezing your glutes to protect your lower back. Exhale, lower all arms and legs down onto your mat. Inhale, as you start to lift your arms, legs, chest, neck, everything back off your mat, Superman or locust pose, squeezing your back body, squeezing your glutes. Inhaling, seeing if you can lift up an inch higher, and then exhale, lowering all the way back down onto your mats. Pressing back into child's pose for just a brief moment. Allowing your inner thighs to support your outer ribs, arms reaching out in front of you. And then finding your way to a seated position. Legs reaching out in front of you. Maybe taking some water, toweling off if you need to. Kind of bend in your knees. Tops or bottoms of your feet are planted onto your mat. Arms are parallel to the ground. Start to shift your weight slightly back, balancing on your glutes. Start to hover your shins away from your mat, parallel to the ground, flexing out through your feet, either leaving your arms extended out in front of you, maybe reaching under your thighs, or hands can stay next to your hips as well. But taking a nice deep inhale, and then exhale, lowering, hovering your chest and legs away from the ground. Inhale as you pull your knees back in towards your chest, boat pose. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale up. Exhale, lower, hovering here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pull it back in. And then start to plant your heels onto your mats, coming all the way down to a resting position for a moment. And then we'll set up for yogi bicycles, just one round, 20 seconds, taking it at your pace. Fingertips come behind your ears. Start to bring your legs to shelf, flexing out through both your feet. Lower back is resting onto the mat. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, crunch your right elbow in towards your left knee, straightening your right leg. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left elbow, right knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Switch it as you twist. And sticking with your own pace, following your breath for another 15 seconds. Press through it. Feel your core engaged. For another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Great job. Maybe rocking back side to side, massaging out your lower back. And then finding stillness. Start to rock over to either your left or the right side of your body, using your bottom arm as a pillow. And then with an inhale, pressing your way up to a seated position. Rolling over your shins, coming into a tabletop position here. Shoulders stacked over your wrists, hips over your knees. Start to extend your right foot back, followed by your left. Take an inhale and then exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale as your right foot comes up towards the ceiling. Exhale, setting up for pigeon pose. Right knee comes to the outer edge of your right wrist. Bringing your shin as close to parallel to the edge of your mat as you can. Top of your left foot is flat, reaching straight back. Inhale as you pull your chest up higher, breathing through your collarbones. And then exhale, walking your hands down, coming to a resting pigeon. Feel free to use any props underneath your right hip if it maybe feels a little too far away from the ground. Using your block, pillow, even a blanket would work great here. And then start to melt down into your mat, coming back to your breath. Staying in your resting pigeon, or if it is in your practice, start to walk your fingertips back and towards your body, lifting your chest, and then finding a bend into your left knee, finding that extra quad stretch, using your left hand to reach back. Left shoulder still reaching forward. You can stay here, maybe bringing your foot to the crease of your elbow. Slowly start to release your back leg, wherever you are, pressing your fingertips back in towards your body, lifting your chest. Start to curl your back toes underneath, lifting your kneecap away from the ground, and then inhaling your right leg back up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lowering your right foot down to meet your left. Switching it out. Inhale, left foot goes up towards the ceiling, three-legged dog. Exhale, bringing your left knee to the outer edge of your wrist. Start to uncurl your back toes. Finding a nice proud chest here. Finding space through your collarbones with an inhale. And then exhale, start to walk your fingertips forward, coming into a resting pigeon, either meeting on your forearms, maybe using your hands as a pillow. Finding the same supports of your left hip if you had to do so on the first side. Going to stretch in your outer glutes and opening up your hip. Feeling your heart rate slow down, coming back to your normal beats. Staying in your resting pigeon if this feels good. Or slowly start to walk your fingertips in towards your body. Bending into your right leg. Use your right hand to reach back. Right shoulder reaching slightly forward, opening up your chest. Matching any expression you took on the first side. Slowly start to release your back foot. If you haven't done so already, walking your palms in towards your body, lifting your chest. Start to curl your back toes underneath, lifting your kneecap, and then inhaling, your left foot comes up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale as you lower it down to meet your right. And then dropping towards your knees. Sinking either to your right or your left hip. Once again, bringing your legs out in front of you. Arms come parallel to the ground as you slowly start to C-curve your spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, lowering all the way down onto your mat. Finding a bend into your knees. Legs come to shelf, arms go out east and west. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, start to lower your knees towards the left side of the room, coming into supine twist. Staying, gazing up towards the ceiling, or maybe taking your gaze over your right shoulder.
So if someone could see me now, let them see.
Twisting from your core, encouraging your right shoulder down towards your mat. Pressing your triceps down into the ground, engaging your core. Inhale your knees back to center. And then exhale, lowering your knees towards the right side of the room. Maybe gazing over your left shoulder. Once again, encouraging your left shoulder to stay closer towards your mat. Encouraging it down. Pressing your triceps down to the ground, engaging your core. Inhale as you lift your knees back to the center of your mat. And then exhale as you hug your knees in towards your chest, giving yourself a nice big hug, wind relieving pose. Rocking side to side if that feels good on your lower back. And then finding stillness. Hugging your knees closer towards your chest, wrapping your forearms around your knees. Start to pull your chin or your forehead up off the ground, bringing it in towards your knees. Squeezing everything in, crunching your face in, scrunching your nose. Take a nice deep inhale, filling up your lungs, and then exhale, slowly releasing everything as you come down onto your mat. Finding your final resting position, your Shavasana. Finding extra space between the sides of your body and your arms, allowing your armpits to breathe. Allow your fingers to naturally curl. Start to release the muscles in your face, unscrunching your eyebrows and your forehead. Relaxing the top of your head. lowering your tongue away from the roof of your mouth. Slight space between your molars, relaxing your jaw. Allowing your practice to settle in for the day. Allowing your body to absorb everything you just did. All that goodness, all that strength that your body gave to you to practice today. Slowly start to drift away. Allowing your body to remain heavy and grounded, staying in your Shavasana as long as you need, as long as your body is calling for it. Your body thanks you each time you show up on your mat. Your mind thanks you each time you remain in the present moment. As always, it is an honor to guide you all through your practice. The love and light in me honors and acknowledges the love and light in each and every one of you. Om Shanti, Om Peace. Namaste.